Hello there, and welcome to our parent information about the one-to-one device rollout at Salem High School. My name is Lee Cooper. I'm the Instructional Technology Specialist along with Jennifer Blaze at Salem High School, and I'm going to walk you through what you can expect and what the one-to-one rollout looks like here at Salem High School. We're going to start off with some frequently asked questions here. The number one most asked question is, I don't want my child to be issued a laptop. What should I do? Well, we'd like you to know that our teachers are very excited about the instructional opportunities that one-to-one laptops provide. It means that your child will have a laptop available for them in class every day, and our teachers are kind of shifting the way that we teach to incorporate the laptops into their classes. And as the teachers embrace these new opportunities, students are going to find that not having a device in class is going to put them at a disadvantage in their education. Our expectation is that devices will be issued similarly to textbooks, so every child will have one. And if you really feel that you don't want your child to be issued a device, then you need to schedule an appointment with your child's administrator to discuss that. The second question, most frequently asked question is, what if I have my own laptop? Do I still have to check out a device? Our answer is yes. All students are expected to check out a device. Virginia Beach City Public Schools is able to provide greater security on VBCPS-owned devices. The devices that students will be issued will greatly reduce the need for students to use mobile devices like phones or tablets, as these devices may not offer the same level of functionality as the laptop devices. In most cases, teachers will make classrooms a red zone, so students won't be able to use those BYOD devices. And personally owned devices will not be allowed for SOL testing. Students will be expected to bring their one-to-one devices to school for SOL testing dates. And the next most commonly asked question is, what happens when a student forgets their devices? Students who don't have a device in class are going to miss valuable instruction. It's that simple. And they may have to make up assignments at home or may have to make up assignments later. Loaner devices will not be available as we go one-to-one. We're stretching our resources very thin, and we will not have devices available for students who forget their device or don't bring their device. And students who habitually forget their devices will be addressed individually by their administrators. Beginning January 30th, Salem High School will roll out one-to-one devices for all students. This means that every student will be issued a laptop or Chromebook to use both here at school and at home. Devices are being issued as part of Virginia Beach City Public Schools' commitment to transforming classroom instruction. A significant part of this transformation is the regular use of a wide variety of digital resources and tools. By issuing a laptop to every student, all students will have access to the digital resources that are integrated into our instructional program. By 2020, Virginia Beach City Public Schools is committed to going one-to-one using Chromebooks. So I want you to think about for a minute, what do you do when you need to learn something? What happens when your pipe froze when we had the snowstorm and nobody could come out right away? How did you figure out what to do about that? What about when you have that home repair project coming up? You might know sort of how to do it, but you want some more instructions. Where do you go? Where do you look for instructions for that? What about when you know there's what's wrong with your car and it's going to be a lot cheaper for you to fix it than it is to take it to a mechanic, but you just need some extra instruction? What do you do? How about have your kids ever looked up how to do something online, how to create art, how to do their makeup, how to do something online? The way that most of us learn these days when you're looking for something like that is to Google it, to go on YouTube, and to find a video. As we move forward with integrated technology in our classrooms, teachers are more and more embracing the way that students learn by integrating things like online tasks, watch a video, read an article online. Now, it's not to say that teachers are being phased out, because they certainly aren't. Somebody has to guide this learning, and our teachers are becoming more of a guide to learning rather than stand in front of the class and lecture. And this is all part of personalized learning. What you see here is a sample of some of the ways that teachers are personalizing learning. This is just one choice out of several groupings in a class. There's some resources listed over on the right-hand side of the screen, and students have a choice. They can watch a video, they can do an ed puzzle, which is a new learning technology. They can work on a Padlet to show their learning. They can read something, they can watch something, they can explore some other different ways to do things, and the teachers have put all of these resources together and have some learning checks built in. Additionally, as we move forward, online learning technologies such as Google Classroom and Schoology, we'll have Schoology next year, but right now we have Google Classroom, create centralized locations for assignments from all the classes. Students in Google Classroom can see assignments that are due in all of their classes. They can use Google Classroom is obviously integrated with the rest of our G Suite with Google, and students can pull up assignments. They can work on assignments in Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, and then turn those in directly into Classroom. Coming next year, teachers and students will have access to a learning management system called Schoology that will allow teachers to build new and innovative digital lessons from the ground up in Schoology, where students have to follow a prescribed path through lessons that will be all digital from the ground up. G Suite, formerly Google Apps for Education, is an integrated suite of web-based apps and services that allow teachers and students to collaborate online. G Suite synchronizes apps and extensions, bookmarks, open tabs, browsing history, and more across multiple devices, including desktops, laptops, Chromebooks, and connected mobile devices such as mobile phones. The skills that students learn in G Suite for Education directly carry over to both commercial G Suite accounts available to anybody at Google and to G Suite for Education that is used in every public college in Virginia and many other states. In addition, websites that allow students to log in with a separate login with Google link, so they don't have to go through creating separate accounts on those connected and related websites. Makes it a lot easier for students to access websites that we're using in the classroom. Salem High School has a set of bookmarks that are automatically displayed in Google Chrome when students are logged in with their VBCPS credentials that help students to quickly access a variety of websites, including the Salem Intranet site, Salem High School public website, Google Drive, Google Classroom, SchoolNet, and the Clever portal. Additionally, students can add their own bookmarks, which are then available on any connected device when they log in with their VBCPS credentials. The Clever portal is an integrated single sign-on portal where students can access online textbooks and resources. The Clever portal allows for students to have one-click access to textbooks, division purchased reference databases, Achieve 3000, IXL, eMedia Virginia, Gizmos, Khan Academy, Major Clarity, and a variety of other sites. The students don't have to go and log in and remember different passwords at different sites. It's all integrated. They log into Clever with their VBCPS credentials, and then it's a one-click access to all of those other resources. So this year at Salem, we'll be beginning our one-to-one device program with a mixture of Windows 10 laptops and Chromebooks. Chromebooks from our social studies and science carts and our best of fleet laptops from laptop carts and computer labs will be distributed to students, and the Department of Technology will be delivering us additional laptops to bring us to one-to-one. All 9th grade students will be issued a Chromebook. All 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will receive Windows 10 laptops. Our best of fleet devices include primarily HP 640 and HP 440 laptops. Traditionally, teachers have shared resources such as laptop carts and computer labs. Students would often be assigned a different device every day, which means that they would have to come into their class, pull out a laptop, wait for it to start up, sign in, wait for it to get to the point where they can use it. And every day they would end up getting a different device. When they would go to the computer lab, it would be pretty much the same process. So that's quite a bit of instructional time that ends up getting lost every time students are trying to use devices in classes. As we roll out one-to-one, this is going to eliminate the need for most laptop carts, as students will have their own device. They can just pull it out, start it up. They've already logged into it. Login is quick and easy, and it's ready to go. As part of our rollout to one-to-one, this is going to lessen our need for general purpose labs and computer labs. Additionally, those devices in many cases are being pulled out of the carts and out of the labs to be assigned to students as part of our one-to-one devices. So those computer carts and those computer labs are going to be going away. We do have some specialty labs that are going to remain open here. Our TCE labs, where we teach Microsoft Office products and do Office certification testing. Those labs are going to stay open, as well as our math labs and our computer programming labs. We also have Academy art labs that will remain open. In most cases, these labs are going to receive updated computers so that they'll be ready to go for us. And then our older, outdated devices are going to be removed from the building. The devices that we're going to issue to our students are what we consider to be our best of fleet devices. That means they are some of the best devices that we have in the school system right now. Students that receive Windows 10 devices, they are the same devices that our teachers are currently assigned. So everybody has pretty much the same devices. The Chromebooks that will be assigned, Chromebooks are light and quick. They have huge battery life, and they will make it through the entire day. All of these devices will be assigned to students. Students are expected to take the devices home daily and bring them back to school fully charged the next day. We do expect that students will leave the chargers at home. Obviously, we don't have enough outlets in the building for all of our students to charge their devices here, so the devices should come to school fully charged. The fully charged devices, whether they're Windows or Chromebooks, should last the full day if they are fully charged when they get here in the morning. The devices that we'll be issuing, the Windows devices, are predominantly HP ProBook Model 640G1 or HP ProBook Model 440G1 devices. These devices are pretty much the same. There are some minor differences between them, but they're basically the same device. They have a 13-inch screen. They weigh less than 4.5 pounds. The Chromebooks that we'll be issuing are HP Model 11 G4EE devices. These devices have an 11-inch screen and they weigh less than 3 pounds. All of these devices are slim and lightweight, and most backpacks will accommodate these devices. The Chromebooks will be issued with a carrying case. Unfortunately, the Windows devices will not, but again, they are fairly small, they're lightweight, and they fit easily in most backpacks. All of our devices are Wi-Fi enabled, and you can access the internet at home, at school, and other Wi-Fi hotspots, including all Virginia Beach public libraries and a variety of other retailers, including Starbucks, McDonald's, and many others that offer public Wi-Fi hotspots. Keep in mind that all student devices will be filtered both at home and school, and that the VPCPS acceptable use policy applies to usage both at school and anywhere that you use your device. The school system will not be providing internet access outside of our building. However, the G Suite applications and Google Drive both do have offline modes, so students will be able to work offline if you don't have internet. And then when they come back to school, the devices will reconnect and they will synchronize with students' online accounts. All Windows 10 devices will include an enterprise version of Windows 10 and a full install of Microsoft Office 2016. No additional Windows software may be installed on the Windows devices. However, students do have access to both G Suite and the Office 365 on all devices. Office 365 is the web-based version of Microsoft Office. Students can log in to the web-based version of Office 365 and have access to the Microsoft Office suite of products. We do recommend that students use the G Suite apps. Storage on all devices should be used in Google Drive. All students have an unlimited storage space in Google Drive. And additionally, students can install applications from a pre-approved list from the Google Chrome Web Store. Our teachers are using a variety of Chrome apps and extensions, and there are many available in the Google Chrome Web Store that students can install. So our distribution. 11th grade students are going to be issued devices on January 30th and 31st. 12th graders will be issued devices on February 1st and 2nd. 10th grade students will be issued devices on February 5th and 6th, and our 9th grade students will be issued devices on February 8th and 9th. 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will all be issued Windows 10 devices. 9th grade students will all be issued Chromebooks. And as I stated earlier, Virginia Beach City Public Schools has made a commitment to go one-to-one Chromebook by 2020. And it looks like that may actually happen a little sooner than that. It may happen at the beginning of next year. All student devices will have an individualized pre-printed label attached to them so students can keep track of their device, since all of our devices look pretty much the same. Students are not to add or remove any stickers from one-to-one devices. However, later in the year, our school store will have a selection of Chromebook cases that students may choose to purchase and personalize. The cases then, they could be removed from this year's device and added to next year's device. So stickers and personalization would be able to be transferred on the case rather than on the device. In no case should stickers be added or removed from the VBCPS devices. Students are expected to bring their devices to school fully charged every day, and we would expect that chargers to be left at home. In the event that chargers are lost or stolen, replacements may be purchased from our school store. With Google Classroom and Schoology and other online services, the need to print from our devices is going to be greatly reduced. Due to some technical limitations, students will not be able to print from Chromebooks at school. Students with Windows devices will be able to install printers and print from Windows devices. We will have print stations available in our library for students who are assigned Chromebooks if they absolutely have to print. But most of our teachers are accepting all digital assignments through Google Classroom and through Schoology and through a variety of other online services. However, if you do have a Chromebook compatible printer at home, you may be able to install printers and print from those devices. However, VBCPS Technical Services will not be able to assist you with setting those up and printing from Windows at home. Printing stations will be available in the Library Media Center for all students. If there is a need to print, they can go to the library and print from there. Broken and damaged devices should be returned to Mr. Cowan, our Technical Services Technician, our TST, in room 104A immediately. Accidental damage and other technical issues will be repaired at no cost. In no case should student devices be taken to any outside repair services. Students should not attempt to repair the device themselves, and opening the cases is strictly considered and will be considered vandalism. Any willful loss or damage will result in charges. However, we don't really see that as a problem since the students really have their own device for them to be using. So we don't really see that as a big issue. Any willful damage or loss will result in charges. Students will be charged for lost or stolen devices as they would a lost or stolen textbook. So some tips on the care of our devices. Obviously, devices are water sensitive, they're heat and cold sensitive, so don't leave the device in your vehicle. The temperatures could damage your device. Cracked screens are one of the most common types of damages, and many times it happens either when students toss their backpack down or the backpack's on the floor, it gets stepped on. So we just ask that students be careful with that and don't pick up the devices by the screens. If you need to move the device, close it and then pick it up, but don't pick it up by the screens. Protect against liquid damages, don't drink and eat near the devices, and just keep a watchful eye on your device. We are starting up a student help desk for students who are interested. The URL for the application is down here at the bottom. For students, this is a great opportunity for students who are always the one in class who the teacher calls on for help with getting other students signed in or to have other students help with anything. Our student help desk is currently open to students who have only an academic support block. They do have to have that or an early release. And for students that are interested in being on the help desk, these will be kind of our first line of defense. So if somebody forgets a password, if somebody forgets how to do something, needs some help with getting logged on, or there's a problem with the device, our student help desk is going to be our first line of defense for that. And then we'll escalate any technical services requests through our TST. So if students are interested in that, please have them sign up. If you're still looking for a little bit more help or information, please see our YouTube channel at tiny.cc/shs-YouTube. It is case sensitive, so please take a look at the URL on the screen. We have playlists on a variety of topics, including information on our one-to-one program, Windows 10 tips and tricks, Chromebook tips and tricks, digital citizenship, because we know you want your children to be safe online just like we do, and more. If you have any additional questions or concerns, please contact Lee Cooper or Jennifer Blaze. We are the instructional technology specialists at Salem High School, or Andrew Cowan is our technology support technician. Thanks for tuning in.